Hyperliquid is gearing up for another airdrop. And in this video, I'm going to tell you exactly how to farm it step by step so you can maximize your reward. So let's go ahead and jump right in. If you haven't heard about Hyperliquid yet, I'm not going to go into too much bullishness. You can find it all over X. However, to put it simply, Hyperliquid is eating into Binance and Coinbase's market share, and they have a lot of momentum right now. When it first launched, it was just an app. So now the L1 is live and they're trying to incentivize people using the L1. So just a couple of quick stats so you kind of understand what a big deal this is. It's not just a DEX or something like that. It's an actual L1, but it's already done a trillion cumulative volume in such a short amount of time. It's reaching 1.1 billion in annual revenue pre-scaling. I mean, that's before the L1 has scaled and everything. It almost has 400,000 users and 26,000 active users. And the Hype Foundation holds 6% of the supply. So that's extremely bullish for the token price long term. So how do you get started? So you're going to have to bridge to the EVM. So the last airdrop was mostly about generating volume on the app. Now everybody is speculating that it's more about getting liquidity and users to the EVM. So you have to bridge to the EVM. If you're already on Hyperliquid, all you do is click transfer to EVM and it'll show up in your MetaMask wallet and you're good to go. If you have not bridged to Hyperliquid yet, go to dbridge and bridge whatever asset that you want: Ethereum, Polygon, Solana, Sonic, and bridge over to Hype. Click Hype, add your wallet address, and you're good to go. It literally takes seconds for this to go through. And then once you're done, it'll show up in your MetaMask wallet. Now, I already have Hype in my MetaMask wallet, so I'm not going to, bridge right now, but it literally takes a few seconds. So once you get that out of the way, we're moving on to the Hyperliquid DEX, because again, it was an app before it was an L1. Genius move, because they attracted all this attention and volume, and now they can launch the L1. Very, very smart move. So obviously, you're just going to want to long and short different assets. I will let's just long some Bitcoin right over here. Okay, so we're going to long Bitcoin, whatever. I already have some Bitcoin long, so I'm not going to get like too crazy with it. I'll just add another $10 to my Bitcoin long. So the reason you want to do this is because a lot of chains are trying to lure Bitcoin liquidity to their ecosystems because it is the most liquid asset. It has the biggest market cap. It has the most whales. So they want that liquidity and those users on their chains because it's going to generate fee revenue. Okay. So there's speculation that, having Bitcoin on Hyperliquid, you'll get some sort of points for doing that, buying and trading spot Bitcoin on Hyperliquid. So buy some spot, trade it, short it, whatever you want to do. You can you can long different assets like Solana. I've already longed a bunch, so I'll long a little bit more over here just to kind of show you how easy it is. It literally takes seconds. Let's do this. It literally takes seconds to long and short. So just do a little bit every single day. Stay active on the protocol. So the next thing you want to do is stake your Hype. And now this is actually very, very important to understand because they just announced that they're going to have staking tiers and you get a trading fee discount. They're trying to incentivize holding the asset. They're competing with BNB chain. BNB has a similar method. You stake your BNB, you get discounted trading fees. Same with Hype. Okay. And to top it off, because the Hyper Foundation has 6% of the Hype supply, you can understand now they've incentivized the users to stake their Hype. That is going to be fantastic for the token price. So all you have to do is go to staking, stake your tokens, and you're good to go. So how much do I want to do? I'll stake I got to transfer some back. But basically, you go to staking, you stake your hype, okay, and then you're good to go. So that all that stuff is actually very, very simple. So I just wanted to go over that really quick. Those are some activities you want to keep doing every single day, regularly, or a few times a week to accrue points, generate volume, so they know that you're a power user, you're an active user. So the next thing you want to do is interact with Hyper EVM. Okay, so you've bridged your hype over. What apps should you use? Luckily for you, I listed all the apps and I found a really, really good combo looping strategy that I think is going to generate a lot of points for the airdrop. So the first thing you're going to want to do is go to staked hype. I linked it all in the newsletter. It's very, very easy for you to do. And you go here and you stake some of your hype. I'm going to stake a small amount because I've already done this looping strategy. I tested it out before this video. So I'm just going to go ahead and do 2. So I'm just going to go ahead and stake 2 here. So you go ahead and you confirm it, and then you get ST hype. This is very, very important. So you get ST hype, right? You continue, you're good to go. After that, you're going to want to go to Hyperfi and deposit your ST hype and then borrow hype. Okay. So we're going to deposit ST hype. I'm just going to go with the 2, right? And then you're going to want to borrow hype, right? So let's just go 2. Okay. So you're levering up. You got to click through all this right over here. Okay. Got to confirm all these transactions. It's going to take a second. Deposit. Confirm. Now there's another very, very important thing. So now we're going to borrow, and then we're going to be good to go once we borrow. And then I'll show you something else. So something to keep in mind is your health score. Okay. We're trying to accrue points. We're not trying to get liquidated, right? So if your health score is below 3 in the yellow range, you might want to deposit a little bit more hype to get it into 3 just to be safe. Okay. So go here, see how it changes your health score. So it pushed mine to healthy, and I deposit. There are liquidation risks. There are risks to doing this. So you want to try to protect yourself as much as possible. Okay. So the other thing you should do as well is click this efficiency mode on, because basically it will increase the health factor of your position. So this is just a safer way to do things. Watch, if I take it off E mode, it's going to take me all the way down to risky. I don't want to do that, right? So make sure it's on so it lowers your risk. Okay. So what this does is you're essentially looping hype, right? So you're basically using 3 things in the Hyperliquid ecosystem. You're using the EVM, you're depositing hype, you're getting staked hype, you're depositing that, and then you're borrowing against it. I just did a video and an article about how you get an 80x bonus on Sonic for doing something very, very similar to this. Now, I don't know if we're going to get 80x points for this or not, but I imagine this is going to compound really, really quickly if you do this, even if it's a small amount of money. So make sure this is probably the most important part of the video is to do this multiple times, make sure you don't get liquidated. And again, it's all in this newsletter for you to do and follow and repeat over and over again. So And all that's here about the health factor and not getting liquidated and everything. So moving on. So then after that, you're going to want to go to Hyperswap. Okay. Go to Hyperswap. Hyperswap is basically Jupiter for hype, and start swapping different tokens, right? You earn points for the tokens. They update every Sunday, so you won't know exactly how many points you have, but look at this platform. There's only 4,800 users on this platform. So there's going to be more money to go around for more people. So what you're going to want to do with this is swap a little bit every single day. You don't necessarily always have to swap into volatile meme coins like Buddy. You could swap into wrapped hype or something like that, right? That way you won't get hit with as many fees or anything like that, right? So just swap a few times every single day and watch. I could swap here for, the WST hype. We'll add this to MetaMask. Man, MetaMask sucks. I kind of wish I used a different wallet, but oh well, it happens. So then you can go back to staked hype and actually you want to go to HyperFi. Go to HyperFi. And then you can deposit the WST, so you can swap for it and then borrow more hype. So we'll just do, so it doesn't really hurt our health factor. We'll do 0.25. How about that? So yeah, just like click around, stay active on the EVM. As you get used to, the different routes and the different paths, then you can up your position. I always start very small with an airdrop and then I scale up over time. You do not want to get liquidated. You want to earn points. That's like the number one thing you want to do, is you want to earn points, not get liquidated. So okay, so you have that figured out. So the next thing you want to do, you already swapped. The other thing you can do is you can stake, you can create positions. So if I want to stake hype, so I have some in there. I'm going to stake a little bit more for the sake of this video. I'm going to do one stake. This will likely earn you some points as well. So again, try out different things. Stay active on the EVM. That's the main theme. I can't stress that enough. You can also create a position. I haven't really messed with this, so I don't really know how to make a concentrated liquidity position. But if you want to tinker with that, by all means, give it a shot. So after you've done that, the next thing you want to do is you want to trade NFTs on Drip Trade, right? So we all know you guys aren't here for the tech, you're here for the art, right? So this is basically Hyperliquid's Blur, right? So this is Hyperliquid's Blur, and essentially you get points. The rewards aren't live yet, so again, I don't know how much things are worth, but remember, they're going to be retroactively applied. You want to just trade NFTs. Obviously, the most popular one is Wealthy Hippio Babies. That's like their Bored Ape Yacht Club. But one you definitely want to get exposure to is Hypers, because it's essentially the NFT project for Drip Trade. And it's probably going to be like Tensorians for Tensor Trade. I'm sure they're going to, oh, this is sick, dude. They're going to give you some sort of perks for holding these NFTs. I really like that one. So I have 4 so far. I don't think I'm going to buy another one. To be honest with you, I kind of want to, but I also don't want to do away with my hype, you know? So because of that, I don't know if I'm going to trade it or not. I'm going to kind of wait until it maybe moons a little bit. I might sell one or two, but I think Hypers is probably one you want to buy and hold. Wealthy Hippio babies is one you can probably buy and hold. You get points for holding the Hippio babies as well. And they have gotten white lists and airdrop token supplies and everything else. So I'm guessing Hypers is going to be very, very similar as well. So that's simple. All you want to do, you can buy and sell NFTs, be very careful. You know, you don't want to like lose, money. You don't want to lose fees just farming this airdrop. You want to do it as safely as possible. So other than that, guys, that's pretty much it. That sums up everything you need to do to farm the Hyperliquid airdrop. Be consistent, stay active. Maybe, don't stretch yourself too thin. Try out all these different apps. But once you figure out one strategy that you really like and you really want to farm the airdrop up, up your position. What I'm going to do personally, I'm going to up my position on the staked hype and the HyperFi. I don't know how much I'm going to put there, maybe 5, 10, 15, 20,000 bucks. I have no idea. I still have to tinker with it to make sure I don't get liquidated. And, but that's pretty much it, guys. So thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed, please like, subscribe, and share with your grandma. Have a good day.